not just Holocaust deniers.
Are we
just
watching
like
the video?
outright people not knowing anything about the Holocaust is apparently like quite common. Which
More
I
than
don't know.
2.6 million Brits are Holocaust deniers. What does that mean? I guess we should read the article. But like, seriously, like, what?
I think it's a myth. It says.
So no even question about the denial there, because sometimes Holocaust denial, like a lot of things can be classified as Holocaust denial, but in this, it's literally just they think it didn't happen.
Yeah, like there's some people that think like, oh, it's exaggerated, which is just like, still cringe, but like it's not outright denying the Holocaust altogether. But like
it says further on later that 8% of British claim that it's exaggerated.
But that's not part of the 2.6 million that just think it's not in existence whatsoever.
1 in 5 said that fewer than 2 million Jews were murdered. So there's a lot of denial in many aspects, but like 2.6 million outright think it's a myth.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And 45% just have no idea.
Yep.
So they're like asked, how many Jews were killed in the Holocaust? And they're like, I don't know. Then they don't even like think about it. They just say, I don't know. Like that's just wow. Half the population, or the polling population.
That is unfucking believable. Like,
is there a poll like this in America? Because I have to imagine it'd be worse.
There was one in Canada done.
You want to talk about that? Because I don't have the
maybe closer to. I don't know. Maybe not really. I put it in the doc here, so I'll open it up. I don't remember the exact numbers, so I'll just take a look here.
Is that cbc.ca?
Yes.
.ca, baby.
So it says 1 in 5 young people. So young people was like, well, it was defined somewhere. It's like basically younger than 30 years old. So 1 in 5 young people in Canada either has not heard of the Holocaust or is not sure what it is.
Has not heard.
So that's 20%.
Can you imagine how they not heard of the Holocaust?
Wait.
What is that, a band or something?
You haven't heard. Like, okay, imagine you're like 26 years old and you just find out about the Holocaust. So like, okay, so like, say you're like at a party, right, and you're meeting someone, and then like somehow like someone makes like, I don't know, some sort of like Holocaust Hitler joke, right? Or just a Hitler joke.
Who's that?
And you go
Hitler?
like, Hitler?
Hitler?
Wait, who's
Who's
Hitler?
that?
And like 1 in 5.
Well,
apparently.
1 in 5.
Or 1 in 5 either hasn't heard of it or isn't sure what it is. So maybe it's like 1 in 7 just hasn't ever heard of it. Like
right.
Hitler? What? Who's that? Like imagine like someone shows up to a party with the Hitler mustache and everyone's looking and it's like, hey, what's wrong, guys?
Why is everyone looking at me funny?
I can't. What if someone what if someone finds like the original like Buddhist symbol for like what the swastika was based off of and is just repping that shit, like they get it tattooed on their forehead or something? It's like, isn't this awesome, guys? Check this out. Hell yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh my god. Like how do you not know? Like how if I can kind of maybe understand hearing about it but never like looking into it. Like that's still obviously absurd, but like never hearing about the Holocaust for 30 years. What the fuck?
Night of Broken Glass? Oh, you mean Friday nights at the bar?
Especially in 2019 political zeitgeist.
Okay, so there's another little excerpt here at the bottom, which they say, few Canadians believe there are many neo-Nazis in Canada, while nearly half think there are many in the United States. In fact, on per capita basis, the two countries have roughly the same number of neo-Nazis. I really don't like this like Canadian like elitism towards like, oh, we're so much better than the United States, when it's like
you kind of are
on so many like levels that like Canadians and Americans are like a lot similar than they think.
Culturally,
so
I think culturally Canada and America are pretty much identical for the most part. So it may be like slight variation in sport stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it's like honestly, it's shocking, as this headline subtext says.
It is shocking.
This is shocking. I can't understand how humans function in this fashion.
On a positive note, it says more than 80% of respondents believe all students should learn about the Holocaust in school, and 85% said it is crucial to keep teaching about the Holocaust so it does not happen again.
That to
Yeah.
me
Oh,
actually
the
sounds
negative
more like
part, that's like
1 in
20% believe all students did not learn about the Holocaust at all.
Yeah.
So that's kind of bad.
That's how I read that. 1 in 5 people think the Holocaust should not be taught about in school.
Well, okay, so if you think about United Kingdom, 13% think it's a myth or like is exaggerated. So like I don't know, it's a little like 7% difference. I mean,
Imagine 1 in 5. Like you go on like fucking like I live in the DC area, right? So I like if I go on the metro, right? Like I am probably surrounded by I don't know 400 or 500 people, right? 1 in 5, like that's like yeah, sure, 20%'s not that high, right? But 1 in 5 though, like that's absurd. Like imagine like looking around outside and just thinking to yourself, that guy's never heard of the Holocaust. Like this is a new game we should play. Like whenever you're touring a new city, right? Just point at that one. That one has never heard of the. I guarantee you. Look at that guy's hair. There's no way he's ever heard of the Holocaust. Like serious. 1 in 5. Like this is like that's great chances.
Those are good odds.
Like seriously, 1 in 5. Holy fuck.
I'll try to find the age range here just so maybe it's put into a bit more perspective.
Jesus fucking Christ. 1 in 5. 1 in 5. Unbelievable. Imagine going to like a fucking anime convention, right? That'll put us in the age range. And 1 in 5
under
of those...
34.
Huh?
Age is under 34. That's what the statistic is referring to. 22% have not heard about or are not sure if they have heard about the Holocaust. The full for everyone, I think, are like I don't know. It says 15% of Canadian adults and more than 1/5 of Canadians under the age 34. Okay.
I think an underrated Easter egg here is the Canadians who have heard of the Holocaust but don't know what it is.
They're not sure if they've heard about it.
Yeah, I think I've heard of Hitler? Okay, is that what it is? Like
What did he do again? He killed the
Nearly-
Muslims, right?
Nearly half of Canadian respondents could not name a single concentration camp.
Oh my god. That's really bad.
I'll be fair, like, I only know, like, maybe one.
I mean, yeah, I
Like,
don't know
if
that
I've
many,
heard
but
of other ones that I'd be
If
like,
you
oh, I
have-
remember
like,
that.
the way I
Like,
say
off the
it,
top
you-
of my head, like, you should know at least one.
you should
who
know
has
I
never
guess
heard of
one.
Auschwitz?
Yeah, you should know Auschwitz. If you don't know Auschwitz, I mean, I couldn't really name any of the other ones off the top of my head either, but fucking Auschwitz is just obvious.
Mhm.
It's unbelievable. Like, just never hear. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, fucking Western civilization is just fucking burning to a ground. Jesus Christ. God, I hate white people.
I agree. Western civilization sucks, and we should all move to Japan.
Yeah,
It's burning to the ground, just like the Amazon forest.
burning to the ground, just like Mega Man X7.
Oh dear.
Good gamer reference.
That was a very good
Yeah,
gamer
we had to
reference.
get a gamer reference in here. We are gamers.